Ma'am, step out of the car.
No, I don't.
No,
Don't
no,
move
step
me
out
of my car.
You're gonna step out.
Move out of the way. I'm
Ma'am,
gonna get out.
you're
Move.
gonna step
I'm gonna
out.
kick your.
In the U.S. judicial system, it's said that nobody is above the law, but some people think they don't have to follow the rules. We are back with sovereign citizens, those interesting individuals who seem to believe the law doesn't apply to them. Let's take a close look at 5 sovereign citizens were arrested on body camera. But first learn that sovereign citizens actually are a very loosely defined group of people who believes that they are above the law. They can be anti-government activists, tax protesters, financial scammers, or conspiracy theorists based mainly in United States.
No, I don't have an ID. I don't have a license.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a sovereign citizen.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead and shut that off for me, okay? No, you're going to shut it off for me.
No, I don't.
What, is it Thomas or is it Mr. Thomas?
Is there a contract that you're trying to make me or something?
Beginning with our first suspect, who managed a daring escape from the custody. On May 9, 2021, law enforcement officers in Vermilion, Ohio, received a report about a suspicious vehicle. The driver, identified as 39-year-old James Thompson, was wanted in connection to a custody case. James Thompson was a resident of United States, identified himself as a sovereign citizen, and claimed that he was not subject to the laws of the land. It's his belief that he was a free man, not bound by the rules and regulations of the government.
Hey, boss man. Somebody said you're looking for like a Jeep or something? You're trying to get in a Jeep?
No, one of my friends told me that they were leaving a Jeep for me to pick up because I'm supposed to transport it somewhere else.
Okay.
I guess it was the wrong one.
What?
The wrong place.
You can't be driving without a license.
I can't.
No, you can't.
I don't need a license.
You do.
I'm a sovereign soul.
Well, we are in the state of Ohio. You're required to have a license.
During the encounter, Thompson, who proclaimed himself as a sovereign citizen and expressed the belief that he was not bound by the laws of the land, refused to comply with the officer's request for his identification and to shut down the vehicle. He was driving the vehicle without a license, and instead of cooperating with the officer, he chose to evade, a pursuit that led to dramatic chase.
You're going easy. This is flooded out here. Says right in.
Undeterred by the officer's demand to stop, James fled the scene. The chase eventually led to a flooded golf course where the officer faced challenging conditions like adverse weather and fatigue while running over a mile against raging winds.
Thompson, okay.
James Thompson.
Copy. Okay.
Officers searched the whole area, and they were unable to find James. James abandoned his truck, prompting law enforcement to conduct a search of the vehicle, where during the search, the authorities discovered a concerning array of items, including knives, a bulletproof vest, an AK-47, and survival gear. The discovery of these items raised significant concerns regarding James' intentions and potential threat to public safety. James was evaded for 9 days. After an intense 9-day search, law enforcement successfully located and arrested James. He was taken into custody and charged with multiple offenses, including fleeing from the police, possession of weapons under disability, and the possession of dangerous ordinances. That was a wild pursuit, but the next one can be more interesting.
Yeah.
So are you traveling alone? Listen to what I'm saying. Focus. Are you traveling alone, yes or
I'm
no?
focusing and they're lying.
Take your bag off. We're done. You're under arrest.
We're placing you under arrest for public intoxication, okay?
Put your hands behind your back.
On May 5, 2023, an officer got a call from a bar inside the Dallas-Fort Worth National Airport about an intoxicated female suspect who was bothering and arguing with the staff and other guests. Although she was drunk, but when the officers started the investigation, she stayed calm and cooperative. But the situation didn't end here. Officers took her ID for the paperwork and then put handcuffs on her.
Your stuff's right there.
Don't touch me! Don't hurt me!
Let's go. Walk.
Tell your brother, don't
All right.
hurt me!
There's.
You're hurting me!
Take that.
Here the story began. After arrest, she started resisting, head-butted the officer and kicked him. Because of her behavior, she is going to get additional charges.
No,
Listen to me. Listen.
no,
We're going.
put your
Hey,
foot
we're
up.
not going very far.
Put your foot.
no!
Relax. They will take those handcuffs
No!
off.
I want them off now! I didn't do anything!
Backwards.
Oh, what are you? You're mad!
The suspect believed the officers could not arrest her because she was a German. So it's an obvious meltdown for her when officers carried her away. They put her in a wheelchair and carried her out. You can see in the footage the way she is resisting. When she didn't stop fighting and cooperated with the officers, officers had to physically carry her out of the airport to the patrol car. She screamed the whole time when officers were carrying her out and slandered them.
Lass mich raus! Ich hab nichts gemacht!
When officers put her in the patrol car, she started faking an episode of hyperventilation. On seeing that no one was noticing her, she started screaming once again. After then, she was transported to the police station with the following charges: public intoxication, resisting arrest, and assaulting a public servant. If you think that these people are intolerable when they are drunk, then you must watch the next encounter of a driver who was high on cocaine.
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a car. I am not, this is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
I know my rights.
Okay.
Excuse me?
You call somebody from Santa Rosa County Jail, you're under arrest. Any reason for that speed tonight?
Where's the 35?
Before you got off the bridge, and as soon as you came off the bridge. All this is 35.
I was going 40, I thought.
Nope. You got your license, registration, and proof of insurance.
You don't have to have a license to drive a car.
Yes, you do.
You do not.
Ma'am, step out the vehicle. Step out the vehicle.
Now we are headed to our next case in Gulf Breeze, Florida. On January 2022, around 2 in the morning, officers spotted a driver who was driving a gray GMC Terrain while patrolling on Pensacola Bay Bridge, driving at the speed of 52 in 35 miles per hour zone. When the officer ran into the license plate of the vehicle, they found that the registration of the vehicle expired 3 months earlier. The officers pulled the vehicle over in CVS parking lot and approached the driver.
You are going to get me a supervisor out here right now.
That's fine.
I know my rights.
What right is that?
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a car. I am not, this is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
I know my rights.
Okay. What? So do you have an ID or you have a driver's license?
No, I don't have a driver's license on me.
Okay. Do you have one issued to you?
In Mississippi.
In Mississippi. So why would you need a driver's license to drive on the road if you don't need a license?
Any state. It's common law, natural law,
Okay.
constitutional law.
Okay.
You need to get a supervisor out here.
I do?
Yes.
Okay.
When the officer asked Hallie for the driver's license, she refused, saying that she didn't need any license to drive the car because it's her right. According to her, she's driving her car, not any commercial vehicle, so it doesn't require any driver's license. She said that she got her license years back in Mississippi, and she doesn't need it anymore because it's her right. Upon looking up the driver's information, it was revealed that Mississippi driver's license had been expired since October 21st, 2021. The laws she mentioned illustrate diverse legal systems, but they provide an accurate portrayal of interactions with sovereign citizens. These individuals frequently employ impractical reasoning and legal jargon to evade law enforcement confrontations. And as you can see, nothing worked.
Are you the
She's doing 58.
Yes.
Okay, I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
You do need a license to drive a vehicle.
And you do have to identify yourself to these officers.
I know common law, natural law.
I don't care about common law.
constitutional
You're in the state of Florida.
That you don't.
You're in the state of Florida.
Speeding
Turn the
is
vehicle
wrong.
off and get out of the car. Out of the car now. Undo the
Let me
seatbelt.
turn the vehicle off.
Turn it off now.
Turn off face away.
Turn
I
around.
do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Well, then you can tell that to the judge if you end up going to jail.
I need to call.
Have a seat.
I need to call somebody. Yes, I do.
You call somebody from Santa Rosa County Jail.
The supervisor arrived, and after hearing the whole story, they handcuffed her and put her in the patrol vehicle. The officers discovered that her license expired in October of 2021. She had an active warrant out of Santa Rosa County for failure to appear for driving on an expired license. And moreover, the officer noticed her glossy eyes and diluted pupils and suspected that she could be under the influence.
$15 Golf Breeze. Even though you sent the warrant, stand by. Excuse me. Drugs inside the vehicle, you are under arrest now for possession of felony narcotics.
After detaining her, the officer went to search her vehicle, and upon searching, they found a plastic bag that was placed inside the driver's backpack on the front passenger floorboard containing white powder. When they tested the powder, it turned out to be cocaine in it. She didn't own any of the item found in her own car. The field sobriety tests were not conducted due to the driver displaying erratic behavior ranging in non-compliance, complained, argumentative, irrational mindset, extremely diluted pupils, etc. She was charged with driving under the influence, operating a vehicle without a valid license, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of cocaine. That's a lot to go through to cover up the fact that you don't have a license. If she had completed her 1 year of probation and met all of her sentencing requirements, her charges could be removed. But her records showed that she violated her probation in 2023 when an officer tried to pull her over for having a headlight out. She refused to stop until she was in her driveway, and she still didn't have a valid license.
Because of the lane change. Can you roll the window down?
I don't.
No,
Don't
no,
move
step
me
out
of my car.
You're gonna step out.
Move out of the way. I'm
Yep.
gonna get out.
You're
Move,
gonna
I'm
step
gonna
out.
kick your ass. They're
Hey,
arresting
stop.
me, and he's trying to
Stop.
hold me real tight. I'm not resisting, and I'm not.
All right,
gonna
let go of
resist.
your hand. Let go of your phone.
The next case video will surely be a surprise when the driver herself gives her ID to the officer. The suspect was a North Georgia woman who was out on bond on several charges after she told police that America's laws do not apply to her as she's a member of the Nation of Moors.
I can't hear you. Can you roll the window down? Because of the lane change. Can you roll the window down?
Negative on North Side, Andy Marie.
Do you have any ID with you? Do you have a license with you?
On July 15th, 2022, law enforcement officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle due to an illegal lane change. The driver, identified as Joyce Beasley, 55 years old, was involved in the incident.
146, clear 192 traffic.
There you go. There you go. Right there.
It's okay.
I'm not out of the car, and you had no right to pull me over. So there you go.
Are you from Georgia? I am a supervisor, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm a Corporal Kang. Do you have a Georgia driver's license with you by any chance? Ma'am, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
When the officer requested her driver's ID or her driver's license, she presented an ID that seemed to be a variation of tribal card associated with the sovereign citizen movement. The term autochthonous that was written on the card means indigenous or native in the place where found. This card doesn't hold any legal value than a blank piece of paper. It represents her false idea that she was born here, but she's not a citizen of United States. The ID that she tossed at the officer identifies her as Joyce Marie from Blue Ridge, and it was labeled as American Global Liberty Pass, which will expire in 177 years. According to the officer, she was driving oddly and thought she might be drunk. He then pulled her over and found himself in strange situation.
Am I being detained?
Yes, ma'am, you're being detained, all right?
What? What crime did I commit?
Lane violation.
No, that's not a crime.
Yes, ma'am, it
No,
is.
it's not. You don't know case law.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Ma'am, step out of the car.
No, I don't.
No,
Don't
no,
move
step
me
out
of my car.
You're gonna step out.
Move out of the way. I'm
Ma'am,
gonna get out.
you're
Move.
gonna step
I'm
out.
gonna kick your.
No, you're not going to.
You're
You're
gonna grab me and tell me what to do.
You're gonna step out.
Move
Face your
out of
car.
my way.
All right, you're being detained.
They're
Hey,
arresting
stop.
me, and he's trying to
Stop.
hold me real tight. I'm not resisting, and I'm
All
not.
right, let go of your hand. Let go of your phone.
Because I'm not a United States citizen, and that's it.
Officers pulled her out of the car and then detained her. When the officers tried to take her phone and identify her, she kept resisting and didn't cooperate with them.
What is your name?
That's my name.
Are you from Georgia?
No, I'm not.
Where are you from?
I'm from where does that say right there?
American. That's what it says.
Right. That's my ID. I had no police officer have a problem with that. That is, you do not have to have license to drive a car. I am not a United States citizen. You're gonna get in trouble. He didn't read the back of that card. I keep telling you.
So
No.
you have been arrested?
What?
Have you ever been arrested?
I don't have to tell you anything about whoever that is on that ID. That's what you're gonna get today.
The only thing that she was repeatedly telling the officers is that she's not a citizen of the United States and she doesn't need any further ID or license.
She's a member. The Moorish National Divine Movement.
She's a member of what?
The Moorish National Divine Movement. Okay? She's a Moor. All right? She's a Native American Church nation. I'm a consulate general.
Okay.
This
Okay, I need to see her license, and she's not providing the license to us.
Understand. Understand what you need. Okay, she has the right to travel.
Okay.
She's not a United States citizen.
The man she was on the phone with claimed that he's the consulate general of the nation of Moors, and she's also a member. The officer continued to try to find out her true identity and also if she had driver's license, but she only became more agitated and kept on insisting that she don't need any license. She said that she never had the license, nor she needs any, because it's her right.
Everybody's day is gonna change. Mine change. Everybody's gonna change. That's how it's gonna change.
Do you have any other
questions inside of you? No, I don't. Hit that ID stand. It's law. I'm gonna say I was coerced.
What?
Coerced and kidnapped. Kidnapping me.
The officers later found that she was in possession of marijuana. She's going to be arrested whether she identifies herself now or not. The officer extracted the contraband from her sock and escorted her to the patrol car for transport. She was booked into the jail under the name of Joyce Beasley Ali and spent 2 days behind the bars before making bond.
Any reason why you don't have your license with you?
Yeah, that's it at Fred Meyer's.
You left it where?
Fred Meyer's.
So Maurice, you step out of the car right now. Neither of you reach for anything. Walk to the side. Okay, so when I see a meth pipe and a knife right there, this is what's concerning to me.
If you didn't find these citizens quite annoying, then the next group of meth users will be interesting for you when they will become lawyers all out of sudden after getting caught.
Good, how about yourself? I'm Officer McComb, Cedar Woolley Police Department. I want to let you know I have my audio video recorder on. Reason why I stopped you was a couple things. First off, you got a headlight that's not working over here on your driver's side, and then your registration expired a couple of months ago. Your license tabs?
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
On December 15th, 2018, officers pulled over a vehicle with expired registration and a non-functional headlight. The driver, identified as Maurice Jackson, informed the officers that he did not have his license with him. The officer took down all of his information and returned to the cruiser to run it.
Yes, I saw needles in there. So Maurice, you step out of the car right now. Neither of you reach for anything.
Excuse me, I've got my cell phone to record this for my safety and call 911
So
myself.
you step out of the car right now. I am not talking to you. I am done talking to you. Maurice, step out of the vehicle right now.
Mom, I'm not listening. I don't know what to do, and somebody's telling me two different things.
It's pointless to argue when the evidence is right in front of our eyes. As you see, when Maurice stepped out of the vehicle, his shirt was covered in ashes. His friend sitting in passenger seat is going to try in any case.
Right now you're being detained.
Sir, I'm being detained for what?
You're being detained for possession of drug paraphernalia.
Paraphernalia? Drug paraphernalia? What? Hands out! No!
Did I do anything?
So, when I walked up, you looked like you were on the nod.
The officer detained them for the possession of paraphernalia drug. They handcuffed them and take them into the patrol vehicle. After taking the first two suspects securely to the patrol vehicle, the officer went back and talked to the third occupant who was sitting in the back seat. She nervously uttered some off their information. The officer wrote down all the information that he got from her and then detained her.
You're not under arrest, you're just being detained, but I'm going to read you your rights anyway, okay?
Can I say something real quick before we do all this?
I need to read you your rights, okay? So, you say that you felt that what happened right now was wrong, is that correct?
Officer read him his Miranda rights, and then, when officers start questioning him, he quickly admitted that he was using drugs.
Just because you're... Ma'am, you can call one from the jail.
And I do not understand the right.
Okay. He doesn't understand his rights.
After investigating Maurice, the officer went to his friend Richard and read him the Miranda rights, but he didn't cooperate with the officers. His behavior is going to make him regret in his condition, and also, it would not stop their arrest. The officers, after arresting them, take them to the police station and also search their vehicle.